Hello, good morning students. In this class, we discuss about equal area criteria. To understand this equal area criteria, first of all, we should know about transient stability. So first is transient stability. Transient stability. The word transient means these are the sudden events which occur in our power system and disturb the stability of our power system. So we can say that transient stability means it is the ability of system. It is the ability of system. Ability of system to regain its initial state. To regain its initial state after a sudden disturbance. After a sudden disturbance. After a sudden disturbance in the power system. In the power system means transients are the events which occur in our power system suddenly. So in this case, stability of our power system means it is the ability of system to regain its initial state after a sudden disturbance occurring in our power system. So next is transients are one is sudden change in load, sudden change in load, sudden change in load. Second, switching off a line, and third is sudden fault. Sudden fault in the power system. Sudden fault in the system. So these transient phenomena in our power system occur like sudden change in load, switching of a line, and sudden fault. These are the transient phenomena in our power system which occur. Now we have to analyze the stability of our power system. So we use equal area criteria. Next we discuss about equal area criteria. The equal area criteria method for the analysis of transient stability of our power system is used only for a single machine infinite bus system. This method is used for a single machine infinite bus system where load angle is varying its critical point. Now let me take swing equation. Now we discuss about this. So equal area criteria states that due to sudden disturbance in our power system, there is variation in power and load angle. So when we draw a power angle curve, then we see that there one is a accelerating area in which rotor angle increases up to the maximum limit, and second area is decelerating area So according to equal area criteria, our system is stable if accelerating area is equal to the decelerating area. So this is the concept of equal area criteria method. Here we consider delta A varying about its equilibrium point or we can say that critical point. Now using swing equation, vary or oscillate oscillations now from swing equation m d square del upon dt square equal to Pm minus P, where Pm is mechanical power input to the generator, mechanical power input to generator, and P is electrical power output of the generator. M is moment of inertia of the rotor, and this is rotor angle delta. Now multiply with d del upon dt on both sides. So equation becomes m d square del upon dt square d del upon dt equal to d del upon dt Pm minus P. Next we rearrange this equation, then we get next is now we rearrange this equation, so it becomes n by half d upon dt d del upon dt square equal to Pm minus Pe, and d square del upon dt square d del upon dt square equal to, this 2 is there, so 2 divided by n Pm minus Pe integration we require d del upon dt, so d del upon dt is equal to under root 2 upon m Pm minus Pe integration 0 to del 0 to delta dot d del. Here d del upon dt represents variation in rotor angle or load angle. d del upon dt is the acceleration or oscillation. So we can say that variation in rotor angle or with load angle with respect to time, with respect to time. So our machine is stable if d del upon dt is 0 at maximum. So next we can say that here del 0 initial angle, initial rotor angle at which machine was running in synchronism, Del 0 is initial rotor angle or load angle at which our machine was running in synchronism. So when our machine was in synchronism, or at synchronism, then change in rotor angle was d del upon dt was 0. Means when machine is running at synchronism, so variation in rotor angle is 0. So we can say that d del upon dt is equal to 0. Next we write in transient stability conditions, condition. In this case, in this condition, change in rotor angle or load angle, that is d del upon dt is equal to 0. Which because our machine is running at synchronous speed, So now we can say that under root 2 upon m Pm minus Pe integration del 0 to del dot d del, it should be equal to 0. So integration of del 0 to del Pm minus Pe is accelerating power. So we can say that del 0 to del P accelerating is equal to 0. Means when our system is stable, then accelerating power will be 0. This means area under PA area under PA delta is 0. Or in second words, we can say that accelerating area that is positive and decelerating area is negative. So total of accelerating and decelerating area is equal to 0. It is possible when PA has both accelerating and decelerating power. It is possible when PA has accelerating and decelerating power. Decelerating power. Now next we draw power angle curve representing equal area criteria. Next, from power angle curve, zero, day, and power. So from power angle curve, suppose this is PS. So it is represented by this is the power angle curve. This PS, power at synchronous speed, and rotor angle is del zero. Initially our machine is running at this position where power is PS and rotor angle is del zero. And there is sudden disturbance in our system, then there is acceleration in rotor angle and power output also accelerates, due to which our curve is increasing. So we find accelerating area as well as decelerating area. Suppose this is maximum power PM, up to which our system may accelerate. So this area is accelerating and above area is decelerating area. So here we can represent area A1 is accelerating and area A2 is decelerating area. Base 0 to base. If we draw here a angle, we can represent this in this way. So for base 0 to base, here we can represent base 0, delta maximum and delta minimum. So in this position we get accelerating area as well as decelerating. This is area A1, this is area A2, and this is PM, maximum power PM. This is power angle curve. Power angle curve. A1 area A1 represents kinetic energy stored by the rotor during acceleration. Similarly, area A2 is decelerating area, which represents the kinetic energy given up by the rotor. Area A2 represents kinetic energy given to the system. Hence, this method is named as equal area criterion. This method is applicable only for a single machine system. It is not applicable for multi-machine system. So thank you for today's class.